This is a brief overview of Module 5. In Module 5, we have one graded assignment. Our focus is on the draft. In the draft, we're going to bring together all of the elements that we've been gathering and all the exploration that we've done. If we look at the guidelines in the rubric, we'll see that it asks for a thesis statement, key points, quotes, strategies, persuasive writing techniques, and attribution conventions. So let's take a look at the rubric, which will help kind of guide us through that. First, the thesis statement. You'll hear more about that later, but I want to just point out that the thesis statement is the very soul, it's the heart of this essay. And the thesis statement should be one sentence that contains the argument and three claims or supporting points for the essay. Those three supporting points, the key points, are the basis of the body paragraph. So you'll have an introduction, you'll have key point for body paragraph 1, key point body paragraph 2, key point body paragraph 3. Those key points, those major supporting claims, should be supported by evidence, research, and that is quotes or paraphrasing. So that is the next thing that we'll look at in each of the body paragraphs. It talks about strategies. Strategies include your introduction, your focus on the audience, your conclusion, and how you relay the information. And then persuasive techniques is talking about ethos, pathos, logos. What do you do, or what combination of those techniques will you use? Do you provide facts, which is, logos? Do you present ethical, claim that we should do this because it's the right thing? Do you go pull at the heart? So each of those should be represented as well. Attribution conventions is how you insert your quote or paraphrase. And there's more about that in your resources. And then clear communication. So with that in mind, I want to point out a few important help. One is if we go back to Module 4. In Module 4, we had some great resources, and they included, here we go, under resources outlining your essay, there was quite a bit of reading, but then there's also tips for integrating sources, and that's something that can help you in the writing of your essay, how to make a thesis statement, substantive, developing your thesis statement, structuring your essay, and persuasive essay outline template, which you used in week 4. All of these videos and the reading in week 4 are vital to the essay in week 5. So let's take just jump back to week 5 essay, and we'll take a look at the exemplar, which when we go to guidelines and rubric, we talked about all of these. We see an exemplar here. These are examples. I'm going to go through this briefly. I'll share with you a more detailed look at this later in the week. But in APA, we do use a title page. We want to start with that hook. Recently, the topic of reliance on part-time, non-tenured professors in higher education forced us to consider some difficult questions, including the woeful lack of access to healthcare for part-time faculty. And then in bold, you'll see notes about what they're doing and why they're doing this. But the hook should introduce the topic or grab the reader in a way that will make them want to continue reading. The final sentence in the introduction needs to be the thesis statement. And I want to just point it out. In order to address inequitable access to employer-provided health care for college adjuncts, California college districts must provide access to the same health care as full-time faculty because that's their argument. The thesis is an argument in 3 points. We need to give adjuncts health care. Why? Now here's your 3 points. Because part-time workforce has become a vital part of the community. That's 1. The health of the community depends on a healthy faculty. That's 2. And the state now offers 100% funding. That's 3. Those 3 key points will be the topic sentence for each of the body paragraphs. Part-time faculty are a vital part. That's the first key point. We scroll down, we will see that a workforce needs health benefits because it'll keep them healthy. That's key point 2. Point 3, legislation passed by California provided funding. That's point 3. We go on and we include resources, we include our evidence, and then we also deal with the counter argument and the conclusion. So those are all the ways that it's important to get to our persuasive essay draft. So in conclusion, on this week, study that exemplar, start with your thesis, build paragraphs, and draft as if you're just writing the essay. There's no need to include the exemplar as a model in your essay. So again, I call you to look at the resources in week 3 and 4 and the resources in this announcement, and I look forward to reading your drafts. Take care.